Can a journey fail if it leads you exactly where you're meant to be? When he learned Grandpa had passed away, Shane had to pull the car over. He rarely spoke to his parents, but appreciated their phone call rather than a text. Grandpa had left him a modest sum, accompanied by a simple, heartfelt note. "Spend this on something that brings you joy, my boy." Shane remembered countless nights laughing with Grandpa, sometimes over his astonishing card tricks, but especially while playing the Globe Trekker board game, which depicted major monuments from around the world. He knew immediately he'd fulfill his dream of visiting all those places. Shane's journey started with excitement in the spring. The Globe Trekker game board was his guiding star, with the iconic Statue of Liberty as his first destination. He gasped as a party balloon-filled blimp passed within feet of her torch. On the hike to the ancient mystique of Machu Picchu, his guide spoke of a crystal mockingbird that would bring a healing branch from its hollow tree home. During the Pacific crossing to the dazzling Sydney Opera House, he swapped tales with the grinning captain and his gold tooth, his catchphrase, "No smiles, no miles." Among the intricately sculpted temples of Angkor Wat, he met an elephant who seemed eager to share her ancient wisdom, a kind of grandma's magic he felt she possessed, if only she could speak. At the neon megacity airport on his way to Europe, someone revealed his body scan to the crowd. The Duster Airlines ticket agent flashed him a flirty smile. In the shadow of the stately Big Ben clock tower, a Victorian cosplayer with a top hat and large mustache helped take his photograph. As he marveled at Shane's phone, he wondered if mankind might one day visit the moon or the star frontier. At the mysterious site of Stonehenge, the cold Arctic's whisper echoed through the enigmatic stones. He imagined the giant pillars being erected during the time of saber-toothed beasts. Under the undeniable romance of the Eiffel Tower, an elderly couple projected a big band dance scene from a World War II movie onto a nearby wall and swayed as if truly part of the film. Within the grand ruins of the Colosseum, Shane heard a group of tourists shout, "Who shall defend?" "All," came the immediate reply. It reminded him of his definition of chivalry, a quiet resolve to protect others. But as the journey played out, a new, unexpected joy quietly formed. Every evening, no matter the time zone or the exhaustion, Shane found time to chat with his parents. Not hurried check-ins, but long, rambling conversations filled with laughter and updates, delving deeper into their lives than he ever had before. It was something he'd always promised himself he'd do while he lived in the same town with them. Someday. And now, on this journey, someday was every day. His funds were dwindling, and only one monument remained, the majestic Egyptian pyramids. He'd saved them for the grand finale. Maybe he could get a glimpse at what lay beneath their foundations. But bureaucracy, in the form of endless red tape and unforeseen permits, became an insurmountable obstacle. Days turned into a week, his money running out, the iconic structures just out of reach. He felt a deep, wrenching disappointment, a sense of failure. His grand tour would be forever incomplete. Then his phone buzzed. It was his parents, laughing about a silly anecdote from their day. And suddenly, clarity. His grandfather's note never said, "Visit every monument." It said, "Something that brings you joy." The pyramids might have been just out of reach, but what he truly gained on this journey wasn't about a checklist of destinations. It was the renewed connection with his parents, the joy of deepening that bond. He hadn't failed. He had simply redefined his true destination. His globe trek might be ending, but a new, more meaningful journey had just begun. That was The Next Journey, a StoryBurst by Wayne Brandenburg. This concludes this StoryBurst series. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on this incredible journey. Storytelling has been a profound blessing, and I am deeply grateful for your support and the chance to share it with you. Stay tuned. I can't wait to show you what's next.